Hi everybody, welcome to End of the Day Beer Review. So I am in Cape May, North Cape May actually today, and I am here with Zach from Gusto Brewing. You've seen Gusto on this channel a bunch of times, and I came down because they have a new stout that I'm dying to try. What's the name of this one?
This is Midnight Star in 3D.
All right, before we drink, and I'm probably gonna do a separate review of this, just gonna switch that. There we go, just a little bit. Yeah, now we're both in. How do you come up with the names?
Oh man, it's like some of it, like this one's themed for Weird Al's birthday.
Okay.
So Midnight Star is a song on the In 3D album.
Okay, oh, all right, I get you now. Okay.
So it's not for this one, that's how it came about, because we, instead of doing a big Halloween party, we love celebrating Weird Al. We always keep it weird. He's the king of keeping it weird.
Yeah.
So
I've seen him, he's good. So, I was thinking like, because I always find the names of your beers really interesting. I love the red you guys did a couple months ago. It was May the Road Come Up to Meet You.
Yep.
Where'd that one come from?
So it's just an old Irish blessing. Like,
really?
So when we were coming up with a beer for St. Pat's, it's like we were just doing a little research because neither of us are Irish, so we needed to Google it.
Nice. That was a good beer. I really enjoyed that. That's actually the first red I tried, and I really liked it a lot.
Thank you.
Well, now it's led me down the path towards the reds, so and they've been pretty solid so far.
Yeah.
I'm always interested, and you're the first brewer I've ever actually got to interview with this. But how did you come to start your own place? Like, did you start in your garage and then work your way up? Was this the profession? Was there something before this and this the dream?
It started as the dream. I was in the Coast Guard. So from 2010 to 2016, I was in there, and I started homebrewing, and I fell in love. There was a guy where I was stationed that was homebrewing, and we went to a barbecue at his house, and he's literally brewing beer in his backyard, and it blew my mind.
Oh, that's awesome.
As soon as I could, we started brewing, and I was hooked, man.
What was your first one? What was the first beer you did on your own?
So one of my favorite all-time beers is Sierra Nevada Pale Ale.
Okay.
So it was a Sierra Nevada clone, Pale Ale clone. And it was good. It was serviceable, and it didn't kill me. But I think it only got better from there.
So if you went back and you tried that, do you think you'd still be as kind to it?
Oh, no.
Not at all?
No, it would just be for, posterity kind of thing.
Okay.
But now it's like, so Dano, who you just met briefly, we were in a homebrew club together. He has always had like that recipe development brain. He uses the other side, the other lobe, I guess. And that's not the way my brain works. So from the get-go, he writes all the recipes, he brews all the beer, and then I do his cellar work to complete the loop of hot and cold.
Excellent. Yeah. So and you guys came together with that, like, you said that you had brewed elsewhere before and then moved from there to your own place.
We were only just home brewers, like he and I. So when we we actually worked at Cape May Brewery together, but we were on the taproom side.
Okay.
We were serving, we were managing people and things like that, but brewing itself was always on the side.
You weren't actually out there. Oh, okay, no. I get you.
Yeah.
That's an interesting... I find this to be a very interesting career choice because it just looks so difficult. Like potential, like, have you had like one of those heartbreak beers, where you planned it, and it just didn't work out, or?
So, knock on wood, wherever it is, we've not had a beer that either got infected or was just plain bad, in our opinion. There's plenty of, untapped cicerones out there that will tell us otherwise, but it's like, sometimes the beers didn't turn out the way we anticipated them to, and sometimes we'd have to shift to be like, hey, it's really drinking like this instead of this, and it's like they're always kind of like lateral moves, and we just kind of have to change the way that we describe it to accurately depict what it is. And when that happens, we're not thrilled about it, but if it was bad, it would go down the drain because we only make one thing, and that thing has to, the quality that we put out there has to be high.
Sort of have that Bob Ross happy accident perspective on this. So if it comes off a little different than you expect, it's still pretty. But I appreciate that if the quality was off, you dump it.
Totally.
I understand that. If I get a beer and it's gonna sound so terrible, when I drink a beer, if it's no good, it's down the sink.
Right.
So I'm not gonna waste the time and the alcohol content on a bad beer. So you know, this has always been my question. Like, do you guys plan on going bigger, or, you know, you looking for another place, or you looking to push out more? And by the way, you have every right, because I can edit this, of telling me, like, I don't want to give away anything, because that's, like, you know, a plan, and, you know, I don't want it public.
Yeah.
So to all 71 of you, thank you for subscribing.
Tell your friends.
So, but I mean, is there a plan for, like, you know, bigger and bigger and bigger, or are you guys, you know, good right here?
Yeah. So it's like, and I'll give you the long answer, right, for all 71 of you. We set out to be a small community brewery that makes the best and freshest beer, and makes the best beer we can and offers it as fresh as possible. So it's like, from right out of the gate, we were already kind of achieving our goal. So it's never felt like, there are some things like putting beer in 4-packs and doing other things that we knew we wanted to aspire to do, but it was always within the same framework of small. So we brew about, I think we're on pace for like 420 barrels this year, which for us is crazy.
Sounds like an enormous amount to me too.
Right. So and when we started, we were on a 1-barrel brew house, double batching into 2-barrel fermenters, and we've upgraded since. So we've basically tripled our production in the same footprint.
Nice.
But it never came. It was all those moves in volume were always better for the beer. So it's like, we're not just going to do volume just to push it out into bars and restaurants. So in terms of growth, it's like, we're content with what we're doing. We're able to do what we love. You know, Dan's able to support his family, and I mine, and we have a bunch of awesome people that come in and help us. So if we get slapped in the face with an awesome opportunity, we would have to kind of throw it up against the wall of, does this fit our ethos? Will it be better for the beer? And can we manage it without overextending ourselves?
It's the best answer you could have given.
Well, yeah,
honestly, it's the best answer you could have given.
It's all about the beer. We only make one thing.
But that's what I mean. From a beer lover's perspective, that's the best answer you could have given.
So if we're gonna do it, it's got to work for us. Like,
that's excellent. So this is just a personal question. Are you guys ever planning on doing a barrel aged?
We have talked about it so many times.
Because I mean, like, I'm a ridiculous fan of barrel aged stouts. You know, and I've been waiting, you know, and so far none of the small, I know it's a much bigger type of endeavor, and much costlier from the brewing perspective as far as getting the barrels and storing the barrels and everything like that.
I think for us it's more space. And you know, you've been in here a few times, and you just here today, and it's like, we are so strapped for square footage for stuff like that. I think there are some openings, but we always kind of wait for the off season. So from January 1 to May is when we kind of dive into projects. So we're talking about, like, we've talked about the barrel age, but we do so many classic English beers, bitters, milds, all those things.
Oh, I love the mild.
So I think
one you did.
if we're going to do a project ahead of barrel aging stuff, it would be like a real cask program. So we're serving these beers at the proper temperature, at the proper carbonation level, and, like, you know, I love our milds, but I love them like 15 or 20 degrees warmer. Yeah, and like soft because of the beer, like, you know, the cask service and stuff. So I think barrel aging is, you know, it's about space.
Okay.
But if we're gonna do it, it's easy. We can find a place for a barrel. You just put it back on the top of my mind. So.
Yeah, I'm really interested in that, because that to me has always been the test of, you know, like a phenomenal stout. Like, I love the base stout, but when somebody ages it well in that bourbon barrel, I'm a bourbon barrel type of guy.
Oh, yeah.
I've tried the rye, I've tried the rum, it doesn't do it for me, but the bourbon hit is just, you know, beautiful. And what's funny is I don't drink bourbon, but the beers are awesome.
Yeah, so, a little bit of wood, a little bit of bourbon smoke in there.
Yeah, that's just a really nice addition.
Cool.
So I'm telling you right now, you do it, I'll be the first one online, man.